Welcome to the taster session for the Data Engineering Bootcamp at Bath Spa University. In this session, we're going to look at the Bootcamp prerequisites, an introduction to databases, and an overview of the type of content that will be taught. In order to apply for one of the bootcamps, you must be over 19 years of age, have the right to work in the UK, and you must have lived in the UK for at least 3 years. Also, you should not have taken a Department for Education bootcamp from Bath Spa or another provider within the last year. So is this bootcamp environmental or skills focused? While the bootcamps have an environmental theme, the focus is on teaching you core data engineering skills that are transferable across multiple sectors. Where a field needs a data engineer, the need for these skills will also be required. So, over the course of this bootcamp, we'll be looking at databases, theories surrounding their design, and the practicalities of design, creation, and populating your databases. As you can see, much of the course will cover structured query language, or SQL. This will include how to write queries, to extract information from your database, and to filter that information. We'll look at data generation, manipulation, and conversion. We'll look at grouping and aggregating your data. We'll look at concepts and practicalities of conditional logic, indexing constraints. You'll be taught how to join tables and use data views to present your information in a meaningful manner. And similarly, we'll be looking at analytical functions as well. We will consider big data, the concepts surrounding it, and the practicalities of extracting data from large databases using Apache Drill. There will also be an in-person workshop with the database where you will have talks given by industry professionals and also have a chance for a practice interview. Over the course of the bootcamp, you will undertake a project which you will present at the end. So what is a database? Simply speaking, it's an organised collection of structured information, as you can see here in this table. In this case, we're imagining that you are a vintage bookseller, and this is your stock list. It is made up of records, which are the rows, and fields, which are the columns. This is a very simple example, but it will serve for our purposes today. Ordinarily, we'd divide the author name into first name and last name. But for our purposes today, this is more than enough. And ordinarily, tables may contain many thousands of records. So, what is structured query language, or SQL? It's a widely used programming language with which we can extract information from databases using queries. It is easy to learn, but very powerful. So we have an example here of a very simple query. I'll talk you through it now. We're going to select 3 fields: the title, the year, and the price from the books database or table, as we saw on the previous slide, where the author is Charles Dickens. And we're going to order the results by the title in alphabetical order. You can see here that I've used capital letters for the commands, and I've also usefully coloured the different elements of the query. I've done this because it's generally good practice and it makes things easier to read. And we can also see here the results that are output. We have Bleak House, David Copperfield and Oliver Twist, which are the 3 Charles Dickens authored entries in the table, and it has presented the information that we requested with the select command. We can further develop our query, so we're going to select the same information from the same place, but we're asking where the author is Charles Dickens and the price is over £200. The AND is what we call a Boolean operator, and it enables us to make more complex queries where we have many more criteria for selection. And we're also going to order the results by price descending. So the most expensive one first, going down to the least expensive. Here is another example. In this, we're going to select a count of author from books. So we're going to essentially count the number of entries where the author is either Charles Dickens or George Orwell. And as we can see, this gave us a result of 5. We can take this further and we can select the author and count from books and then group the results by author and order them by the author as well. And as we can see here, this has gone through our database, extracted all the authors, counted how many entries each one wrote, and then listed them in alphabetical order. As I said before, ordinarily we'd split the name into first name and surname in order that we could sort by the surname, as is more commonly the case. Well, thank you for watching this rather brief taster session. I hope it gives you an idea of the content that we will be presenting over the course of this bootcamp, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Thank you.